Morning all, it's Kevin Walters, the Nudge Coach. I hope you're well. It's a beautiful morning here in sunny Hampton Court. And today I'd like to talk about persona and ego. I want to get a bit existential. And in terms of where our ego comes from and where does our personality come from. And if you look up persona in the dictionary, it will say a part of your character. But it also says that it's a character in an act or a play. And this is what the ancient Greeks and the Romans thought of their actors. Their actors would actually wear a mask. And that mask would be of the personality of the person that they were playing in the play or the act. And what I'd like us to think about is when we're born as a baby. And babies are pretty fantastic. You know, they're perfect in every way. I understand that they might have different traits, or they may have different physicalities, but what I'm trying to say is to take the ideal is that the humans are born as babies and they're innocent and they have no opinions thrust upon them. And where do we get our ego from? Where do we find out about whether we're good at something, bad at something? Are we a good person, a bad person? Are we friendly? Are we outgoing? Are we this? Are we that? But I'd like to put it to you, there's something that we're told. It's the opinions of other people that we take to be true, because they're our valued, significant teachers when we're so young, when we're children, when we're babies. And these remarks stay with us for our whole life. There are studies done that what happens to us as babies, what we see and what we hear and feel can really change our perspective on our life. It can even make us more aggressive or more likely to react in aggressive ways. But that's what I wanted to talk about is the ego. So if our ego comes from what other people give us, it's just layered upon layered, and then we begin to believe what other people have said about us, and then we start to act it out in our real lives. And it's great sometimes if we can take an outside perspective and just look at ourselves from afar and say, well, am I really that person? Is that really me? I think a lot of the time you'll probably find that if you take a really honest look at yourself, you find there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, that you're the pure and beautiful person that you were born and meant to be. So that's my thoughts about the ego. And I also just briefly wanted to talk about the finale in a famous American comedian, Bill Hicks, who was quite controversial. Unfortunately, he's died now, he's passed away. But at the finale of his show, he would do a sketch about life being, the parable of life being like a roller coaster, and how that when we go to the fair as children or even as adults and we see this wonderful roller coaster and it's big and it's shiny and it's so it absorbs us, it's so colourful, and we just want to get involved with it, and we get on the roller coaster and the roller coaster goes up and it goes down and we're so excited, we're laughing, we're crying, we're so thrilled with this roller coaster. And what Bill Hicks is trying to say is that we believe that this life is this roller coaster. We believe it so much, so intensely, that if anybody tries to dissuade us that it's anything other than just a roller coaster, and we can get off anytime we like, and we can change the colour of it and the sound of it anytime we like, that people get angry, and people can get very, very angry. But I'll leave you to look up Bill Hicks and look up his finale. So that's it for today in terms of speaking about egos and personas. It's just something I like to think about. Have a great day. I hope you have good luck and good health.